Imagine the clink of fine china masking a deadly plot, a lunch invite that turns into a brutal execution of loyalty. For 11 years, I poured my soul into a tech empire, only to be betrayed in the most shocking twist. I'm Ethan Cole, and this is my heart-stopping journey from corporate pawn to vengeful mastermind. Will justice prevail or will greed win? Stick with me, your pulse will race. Drop your most shocking betrayal below to kick things off. The treacherous lunch trap. I'm Ethan Cole, 42, the shadowy force behind Riverton Manufacturing's IT dominance in Milwaukee. For 11 years, I clawed their crumbling tech, Windows XP and scribbled passwords into a 30-person juggernaut keeping 3 factories alive 24/7. It wasn't my destiny. I stumbled in post-divorce, a lifeline to drown the chaos. But I excelled, claiming those servers and circuits as my own in every fiber of my being. Then came the summons to Maxwell's, a swanky den of white tablecloths where deals, not dismissals, are sealed. Preston Campbell, our CEO, carved his steak with a grin. "Ethan, you've been a rock star, but we crave new horizons. Harrison's nephew, straight from MIT, is our future." Code for, "We've got a cheaper puppet." "Who's steering the shift?" I asked, masking my brewing storm with a water sip. 6 weeks, Preston exhaled, relieved I didn't shatter the crystal. I signed the NDA over dessert, shook his hand, and feigned acceptance of corporate whims. Back at my station, my admin powers were slashed, my name scrubbed from leadership loops. They'd schemed this for weeks. That night, sleep eluded me, not from fury or job fears, but from a chilling memory. 3 months back, I'd tracked sneaky log intrusions to the executive suite. They weren't just ousting me, they were plundering my mind. Have you ever sniffed out a hidden agenda? Spill it below. Forging a tech empire. 16 years ago, love dragged me to Milwaukee, trailing my ex-wife Ellie to her grad school dream. We were fire and ambition until her divorce papers slammed down like a guillotine after 7 years. No battles, just, we're done. Crashing on my brother's couch, Riverton snatched me up after a ransomware wreck. They needed a savior. I saw a battlefield. These factory titans knew metal, not megabytes. They're set up a ticking time bomb. I pitched Preston a 5-year resurrection. He threw me the keys. For 3 grueling years, I lived in shadows, rewiring networks, forging teams, crafting backups and shields. When the Northeast blackout roared, we stood alone, my triumph etched in steel. The board buzzed, Preston hauled me to summits, my budget exploded, and I rallied a crew. Vanessa, my fierce ally, and Luis, a coding sorcerer. Harrison Wells, the owner, gripped my hand at the 2019 Christmas Gala. "You've dragged us into the future. Expansion is your doing." I thought I'd found my fortress. Then last September, a consultant crept in, grilling me on my own creations. My board access vanished with a vague excuse. December brought canceled briefings, and at the New Year retreat, Harrison bragged about his nephew's Silicon Valley buzz. Vanessa's whisper of a secret meeting I was sidelined from screamed treachery. Too loyal, my ex's old jab, I brushed it off. Have you fought through corporate shadows? Share your battle below. The storm gathers. 2 days after the lunch, I haunted the server room at 7 p.m. The machinery's pulse my solace. Those blinking lights, those racks. I'd chosen every wire, woven every safeguard. Then Nathan Blake, Harrison's nephew, emerged from the shadows, 30-ish, flashy watch, dripping arrogance. "Routine check," I masked. "Need help?" He sauntered in, claiming dominion. "Preston said you'd guide me soon." His gaze devoured my setup. Impressive. Kinda outdated, though. I'd upgraded it 8 months ago. "Your docs are gold," he smirked. "I've got upgrade ideas." My blood simmered, but I forced, Can't wait. After he vanished, I plunged into logs. His credentials, born 3 weeks before my lunch, already looting my work. I texted Luis, "Joe's coffee, 6:30 a.m. now." That night I parked by the lakefront where Ellie and I once chased sunsets, the water a dark abyss. Preston's old praise, "You're our spine," taunted me. Spines, it seems, get severed. At Joe's, Luis's weary eyes met mine. "They're phasing me out," I declared. He nodded. "They've been probing me on your systems for weeks." "Why silent?" I pressed. "Kids, bills," he sighed. "What's your next move?" A plan ignited. "They think my files hold all, but we know the truth." Luis leaned close. "The secret tools, the hidden fixes?" I nodded. "No sabotage, but I won't gift my soul." "Grab your work," he urged. "Who's with you?" "Have you ever shielded your craft? Tell me below." The betrayal unveiled. The all-hands meeting unleashed the storm. Preston heralded bold transitions with Nathan grinning beside him. "Ethan's been vital," Preston lied, dodging my stare, "and he'll pass the torch in 6 weeks." Gasps rippled. My team gaped. Vanessa's silent plea got a faint nod. I cornered Preston and HR's Diane. "Some systems Nathan's taking were mine, built off ours with my framework," I pressed. Diane slid a contract. "All tenure work is ours." "Not all," I fired back. "System sync predates Riverton. I licensed it, kept rights." Preston squirmed. "That was a decade ago." "Every tweak's mine," I insisted. "I want my due." They dodged. Next morning, my dev access was choked. Transition protocol. Nathan's meeting snubbed me. I crashed it. "Tweaking network plans," he bragged. "Which?" I challenged. "Production floor protocols," he boasted. "We're simplifying." "Those stop crashes under strain," I countered. Vanessa chimed. "They're critical fixes from 2018. Nathan shrugged. Later, legal seized all systems, tossing me a $5,000 insult. Nathan grilled my team for flaws. A supplier email revealed Preston sold my integrations to Nathan's buddy's startup. Backup access locked. The war was on. I called Darren Phillips, a security hawk. At a gritty diner, he frowned. "Why now?" Riverton soaring. 2 days later, he unearthed SEC filings. TechCore Industries was swallowing Riverton, banking on modern tech and new blood. My system sync spiked their value. Harrison cashed out. Preston and execs scored riches. Emails proved they'd targeted me for 6 months while I battled breaches. At an old industrial lot, I found my original system sync code and Preston's admission it was mine. Ever dodged a corporate ambush? Share below. The counterattack ignites. Nathan dragged me to Preston and Diane. "Transition's fast-tracking," Preston barked. "Last day, Friday." 2 weeks, not 6? I probed. "Nathan's a star," Diane purred. "Your attitude's the snag." "And System Sync's rights?" I pressed. "Ours," Preston snarled. "Take the deal." I rose. "My lawyer's digging." "Don't mess this up," Preston warned. I texted Luis, "Plan B tonight." At a grocery lot, he slipped me a flash drive. "Code, logs, keys." "Why risk it?" I asked. "They see us as expendable," he growled. I chronicled everything: code, emails, deals. Monday, Vanessa revealed Nathan's botched reverse engineering tanked a line, costing $40,000. "I'm next," she feared. "Trust me?" I slid her an envelope. "Open if chaos hits." I filed patents on System Sync's heart. Tuesday, I fed Nathan pristine docs while Darren secured my code offsite. A TechCore invite hinted at their play. That night, I rigged System Sync, digital locks, an 8-day license drop post-exit, and a legal lifeline. Thursday, Nathan grilled. "Team says you're odd." "Spill?" "Just finishing. I lied. He planned password swaps. Won't touch System Sync's core, I taunted. He misread my game. Friday, I ditched my badge, skipping Nathan's lunch. Luis confirmed the swap. Monday, at peak shift, System Sync blared, "License expired." Lines died. Preston raged. "What did you do?" "License timed out," I said. "Renewal's ready." "Sabotage," he roared. "Business," I corrected. By 5 p.m., they signed. Have you ever turned the tables? Drop your move below. The final reckoning. 3 days later, TechCore's VP offered a deal. "We're taking Riverton, but we want you consulting, double your old pay, full freedom." "Nathan?" I asked. "He's out." He sneered. I signed. 2 weeks later, Nathan vanished. Clients bolted after failures. Preston got a hollow title at TechCore. I bought a lake cabin watching sunsets. Vanessa joined, then Luis. Half my crew became partners. A year later, Preston faced me at a diner. "You won," he rasped, aged. "Not about winning," I said, "about worth." He left. I lingered, city lights igniting, musing on systems we forge, fracture, and transcend. Ever reclaimed your power? Share below.